Okay, this is the demo. Also, the to check all of the functions I got finished so far, and let's go to the application first. And right now, opened two Visual Studio window, and one is for our website that contains the web services, and the other is for the workflow designer application. And for the website and web services, I added some small changes. So one is, for example, the client access policy file and the cross-domain file that is used for the client to access to communicate with the server WCF server. And some other small changes is, for example, in the save function for the workflow, we need right now the old code is just called the basic workflow save function, but there for the complex we should call the complex. So I just changed some small change code, and in the save function, uh, it in the old code just throw the exception, non-implemented exception, and now I just replace it with just return the true value. In fact, we don't need the function itself in, I think, because all of the functions already implemented in this code. So that is not need, I think. Okay, so let's go to the web page, Silverlight application first. And there are two tabs. One is for the website, and another is the Silverlight application. And the Silverlight application will communicate with the server, and the URL is configured, is signed in the there is a function file called service helper, and I set two URLs. The first one is the login URL for the login WCF server, and the other one is the workflow service address. For this, the two ones, and I think maybe further we can put it in some config file. Also, in for the login credentials, for example, I just highlighted in the source code, but we can remove it into the some config file later. For example, in this file, and I used the login in, I just use the user ID and the password with hard coded. But that is some minor issues. Okay, so let's go to the main functions I have done. The first, you go to the page, you can see that there are three buttons: new, open, and save. And the panel for the state. The state is get from the server using the WCF, called the WCF function. And there are 9 states in the database, but there are maybe more. We can add it from the website, from the for admin in the website. And so because for each state, I'm not sure what the graphic we need. So I just use right now. I just use rectangle for all of the states, but we can change it later. That is not stuff to do. And okay, so let's go to the first function, new. The new, okay, so first let me explain something. New workflow contains two kind of functions, workflows. The first one is a simple workflow. The second one is complex, which the complex we can add the activity can associate it to the connections, while the simple one cannot do that. Okay, and so click the new function, new button. The new workflow pop-up will showing, and with the current applications, and we have, for example, there are three applications in the DB, and for the asset management, this is the basic. We can create a basic workflow on this application, while for the change management, we can create a complex workflow. So for first one, we can choose the for the complex, we can add the connectivity activity to the connection. Okay, so for this one, and then it will show another uh, the next window. We can type the workflow name, for example, my test complex workflow one, and okay, and click OK, and I also added a back button to add a button to the window so that we can go back to the first window, right? Okay, so click OK. You can see that on the right corner of the page, it will show the complex workflow name, and also the application name and the type, workflow type. Okay, so right now we can drag and drop the state into the canvas, and we can create the connection. And for the complex activity workflow, we can add the activity to the connection. So this can be done by right-click the connection and click the edit title. You see that it will show you activity number 1. And for the, we can also add the activity and add another one. Okay, so it will show on under the middle of the connection, and but for the simple one, we cannot add the title, add the activity. So right now, another thing I think we need to talk about is about the connection, because right now our database don't have the schema to save the connection. Of course, the code is already on the save line, but because it needs related to the DB change, so we need. I think it is better for us to talk about data later, and right now we can save the state into the database. Okay, we can save it by clicking the save button, and it should save okay, it should save successful, and then we can check the open. For right now, we click the open. It should load all of the workflows, including the one we just created. Okay, select workflow, and you can see that this is my test complex workflow. Okay, and click OK. It will note. It should be noted. Yeah, that's right. You can see that, but we don't have the connection because we don't save the connection into the database. Okay, so this is the basic work data flow for our process, and we can also create a simple basic workflow. For example, my test a simple workflow one, and we can also create the connection, and this one we can also right click the connection, but you can see that there's only a delete function, but no edit title function to allow us to add the activity to the connection. Okay, also save it. You can see that this is the name of the workflow. Okay, click open. You can see that my test simple workflow. You can see that the state already be loaded properly. So the main function related left is about the connection. In fact, I already done the connection in the Silverlight application, but just need to talk with you about the DB design to save the connection properly. Okay.